This past summer, Assistant Professor of Jazz and Saxophone Studies, Dr. David Camwell, released his second classical CD for saxophone entitled Bach-Centric. Camwell said making this CD is one thing he can finally check off his list of things to accomplish.
It came from just a love I've had for Bach's music since, I don't know, since I started listening to music, I think, and it's always been one of those things I wanted to do sometime in my life.
Much time was spent on everything from laying down different tracks to even transcribing Bach's original works to saxophone. About half the pieces on Bach-Centric were arranged by Camwell himself.
Some of the pieces that, like the first piece and the last piece, and the big concerto that I do with Nathan Knabb and Jim Romaine and James Bunty, those are works that always just grab me, and I had to transcribe them. I wanted to play them on saxophone.
Most think of the saxophone as just a jazz or pop instrument, but Camwell said he and other professional saxophonists are well on their way to change that image through the creation of works such as Bach-Centric.
I think the disadvantage we have is that we don't have a lot of orchestral work. So when people think of the standard instruments, they think of violins and the orchestral winds, and saxophone has never really been a full part of that.
The production of Bach-Centric was funded by a grant from the Iowa Arts Council. Camwell said he has a tremendous amount of respect for what the IAC does and is very thankful to have been selected to receive the grant.
Essentially, they're called major artist grants, and they have one a year that you can apply for, and I think between 10 to 20 people in the entire state are selected, and various amounts are awarded.
The biggest question for most, though, is why saxophone? Camwell describes how a small experience became a lifelong passion.
The funny story is that when I was in grade 8, I saw a poster with a silhouette of a saxophone with flames coming out of it. And at the time I played clarinet, and I just thought, wow, my instrument can't do that.
More information on Bach-Centric and Camwell's work can be found on his website at davecamwell.com. For the Simpson Experience, I'm Courtney Blinky.